kind of weird to think that January's already come and gone. Um, Not lots of new music has come out quite yet. It's starting to pick up a little bit here, but just wanted to go over just kind of some stuff I've been listening to this past month to start off the new year this year, 2024, which I hope is a good one. So just jump right in and just say that I've been listening to a lot of more modern goth music, dark wave. Um, most notable artists would be House of Harm. I talked about this group in my last video, my last update video, and I've still been pretty obsessed, honestly. Um, Man, their newest album is just so catchy, and just reminds me of something The Cure would have made in the 80s, and kind of sounds like Cure's Disintegration, like part two in a way to me. I've just been loving it. It's just been one of those albums you sing at the top of your lungs. Been listening to their first album quite a bit as well, but their newest album really just been listening to that a lot. And some other notable bands that I've gotten into are She Passed Away, with their first album especially I've been listening to a lot. It's so fun, and just love the sound, and it's pretty weird, and that makes it even better. I've also been listening to this band called French Police with this album here. Been liking this a lot too. It's kind of just like I don't know, it just feels so smooth, I guess, the way they're doing it. They just really come off as very like chill, laid back people, like, and it kind of shows on their music, and it's just kind of just like, I don't know, it's fun. I just really like the sound. The last most notable one is say Second Still with their first album here. Just straight up, just people taking everything from that like 80s dark wave, goth, post-punk stuff, and just bringing all those great elements from that time together and making just really great albums. And I've just been really obsessed with it. And I guess I've been listening to some older stuff as well. I'll throw two albums up here that I was thinking about right now. I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but been listening to those a bit too. Just some bands that I hadn't really dug it too into from that time as well. But yeah, that's probably what I listened to the most this past month was that, and this next band actually, Breaking Benjamin. This I'm surprised that I've got back into these guys. It honestly started when I saw I think it was like the middle of last month. I saw that they were playing here in Richmond at the National. It was a Saturday night. I actually kind of wish I would have gone now. Like, I wasn't that excited, but now I'm really back into their music. I think I've really been listening to their music a lot because it's really like comforting to me. It's like a nostalgic feel. I used to listen to their album here, at least like the kind of the popular songs off of it, Phobia, which is their third album. And I've been listening to the CD a lot. I've got it in the CD player. I've been playing it a lot in the evenings. But I've also just been digging more into their catalog again, because I've really been liking this album a lot. I've never really listened to the whole thing, but I consider them like a kind of like an alternative metal band from the early 2000s. There's some post-grunge influence, some new metal influence as well, and I just really like the vocalist. I like his vocals a lot. I just really enjoyed that style of music, and really brings me back to when I was a kid. And like I said, it's just very comforting to me. But I've been going back into their catalog and listening to almost all their albums, really, and I think I'm gonna continue with that. I've just been really liking it. The one I've been listening to the most was the one that preceded this one, called Dear Agony. It was their fourth album, and it was the first before their bit of a hiatus there. And I don't know, there's just something about this band I've really been liking. And I think the name Benjamin is kind of comforting to me in general too, because I had a cousin I grew up that was named Ben, and always liked the craft store, and it used to be called Benjamin Franklin. I don't know, it's just just little kid things, I guess, that just reminds me of, and just comforting. Um, but on another note, I have in the metal sphere have been listening to this band called Brodekin, um, and this is a lot different pace than the last band I was talking about. It's very brutal death metal, and I got into really been listening to their first album a lot, Instruments of Torture, and their third album, Methods of Execution. And they actually have an album coming out this year that I'm excited for. I think it comes out in March, I believe. So that's gonna be exciting to listen to that, for that to come out. So yeah, this just straight up brutal, heavy stuff that I just love it. It's just so cool to me, and it's just fun. I like listening to it when I go to the gym. It's really perfect for the gym, and just anytime I'm like maybe in a little bit more of like an angry mood, or like need a confidence boost. I like listening to music like this. It just makes me feel good, I guess. Another metal band that I've been listening to is The Quisitor, I think that's how you pronounce it. Especially their latest album that came out last year, Apotheosis. Yeah, they just kind of like a, I guess, brutal death metal, kind of more, they're a little bit probably just more straight up death metal. And really been enjoying that album a bit as well. I didn't discover that until this new year here, that they released an album. I actually found them because when I was listening to Reverence to Paroxysm album that I loved so much last year, and still love that, and I've been listening to that a lot as well. I went through like the suggestions of like next songs like on Apple Music, and this band popped up, and they've just kind of stuck with me for some reason. Just the sounds, I just like the sounds from them for some reason. So that's been cool. And the next I want to talk about, I actually talked about this in the last video as well, but I do have the cassette now. That's Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel album that came out last year called Maps. And I've been listening to this tape a lot ever since I got it. I'm probably going to listen to it tonight, honestly. I was thinking about it earlier. It's been like a week or so since I've listened to it. It's just great. Great abstract hip-hop, something I just love. Love the sound of this. Billy Woods just makes such great music. I really like his stuff. So yeah, I've been listening to that a lot. And listening to the band Pigeon Pit a lot. And I'll show this album here is their first kind of short album. All their albums are fairly short, but I've really been liking this album. And I've also been listening to this tape, which is their second album, I guess I'd say. And it's called Treehouse. And I just, oh man, it's just so catchy, like just like folk punk, alternative country in some other ways. This is more just straight folk music. It's just the lead person with their acoustic guitar just singing, and I'm such a sucker for some stuff like that. Some folk music really just sticks out to me, and this band is just incredible. I love this group. I love this artist. It's the lyrics are so great, and you just feel the person's pain and the stuff that they've been through, and it just really hits me hard, and I just love this group. I really want to see them live sometime. I really hope that might happen this year. They're based off the West Coast, so they don't come out here like ever. I don't know if they ever really have, but and I just love it so much. Really excited to keep listening to them into the spring and summer months. I really discovered them last year when they're 2022. They released an album, and I have that on vinyl actually, and listen to that quite a lot. It's more of an alternative country sound that I like a lot, and yeah, just great summertime music, and I just love it. Just please check this band out, Pigeon Pit, especially this album right here. Really just, and the song Peach and Black Metal, two of my favorites, I'd say. I want to try to learn them, maybe do a cover online someday. That'd be kind of fun, I think. Next I want to mention, I got another tape here. I might as well go through all the tapes now. It's JPEG Mafia with his LP that came out 2021. He's supposed to release an album this year, solo album. Very excited about that. There's been a bit of controversy since his picture that he posted with Kanye with the Burzum shirt on his Instagram, and I remember when I saw that post, I thought it was fake. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. It was just kind of blew my mind. But it's really cool if they're gonna collaborate. I know there's a lot of hate behind Kanye right now, but he's still a great artist. Don't agree with the things he said, but I love Peggy, and I love that they're both like masterminds of experimental hip hop in a way, and they're both incredible artists. And but just Peggy in general, I'm really excited for him to release a new album. But this I had this on LP as well, but I've been listening to tapes. It's easier to just put on, and it actually sounds a bit different. It's a bit of a different mix on this than like a bunch of different versions, even than the LP version. But love him. Everybody knows here that it's one of my favorite artists in the world right now, and really excited to see what he keeps doing. This definitely brings me back to the times when I first was getting into him, and this album came out when I was getting into his music, and that couldn't have happened in a more perfect time, honestly. And this tape is just super cool, really fun to put on, and yeah, so great experimental hip hop album. People don't know about him, haven't listened to this album. Please listen to this album. It's so good. This really wraps up so many different. He just takes influence from so many different areas. It's crazy. Please listen to that album if you have not. And I think I'll throw another band in here real quick. It's called Null. They released an album actually just a few days ago. I've been anticipating this one quite a lot. I am hopefully going to see them live again sometime. I don't know that they're going on a tour soon. And actually this month, I think they may have even started their tour, but they're not coming too close to me. I think they're going to be in DC, but I don't think I'm really going to travel up there to see them. But I've seen them twice last year actually, and there's just such a cool blackened experimental grindcore is what I consider them. They like to call themselves funeral grind, especially on this new album. And this new album hits hard. It's their longest album yet, and just gets even more intense. And they're definitely experimenting more with different sounds. And it's a cool album. Definitely recommend it. I'm sure I'm gonna keep listening to this into the next month. It'll probably be on my list for next month as well. I've got two more things here that I want to show, two LPs I've been listening to. First being Charlie XCX with their first album, True Romance. Just been loving this pop music. She just creates such great pop music. She's my favorite pop artist of all time, and it's just so great. Like the pop sounds that she brings just kind of brings me back to like when I was a teenager and stuff, and hearing that stuff around all the time. And she has kind of like a dark feel to it as well. She liked to call this album a goth pop album, and just look at the cover, man. Look at her. She's just, oh my god, she's incredible. I just love the way she looks on this, and it just matches the music so well. And she's just awesome. The song Grins, I would highly recommend. It's probably my favorite song on the album, but there's a lot of great songs on this album. I just love listening to this. Now I'm like excited and might even listen to it after I make this video. I'm not gonna lie. And the final album I want to talk about here is David Bowie with Low. I've been going back to this a few times. This album's been kind of hard for me to listen to in a way. People don't know. Most people who are watching this video know that I've been going through a breakup. And I wasn't even particularly listening to this album when I was dating my ex, but it's kind of what I've been kind of realizing with this whole like grief period that I've been going through. I've been connecting things like right before we met, and I was listening to this album a lot right before we met in 2020. Just like August, September of 2020, I was listening to this album a lot, just in my room. I knew the days were getting darker, and just I remember the lighting, just sitting there listening to it, and it really is an album that really started getting me. There's been such an evolution. I might talk about it sometime. Evolution of me getting into more ambient music, instrumental music in general, and this album really, really was helping me get there, and really helping me take that next leap to that music. So I'll always be grateful for this. But like I said, just some of the sounds kind of make me a bit sad right now. But I still really appreciate this album. I still like listening to it. And David Bowie is still one of my favorite artists of all time. And especially the Berlin trilogy is just incredible. I'm gonna probably be looking back to it the rest of my life, how important those albums in particular were for me and the time. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been listening to this past month. That's about it here. I'd love to know what you guys have been listening to. Any new albums that have come out that I haven't heard of yet or caught my radar. Next month, got some exciting releases coming out this month. Actually, it's February right now, right at the beginning of February. I'm making this video, but yeah, some very exciting stuff coming out, and I'm sure there'll be some surprises coming out as well. So I'm looking forward to that. More great music to listen to. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. I wanted to start ending my videos out with a few endorsements for some of my friends' businesses, small businesses that they've started with their art. The first one being my friend Sophie. She makes digital cat art under the name Bad Mullet. You can go and check out her prints and various other things online, and she'll ship them to you if you like any of the art. And I would highly recommend. I love her stuff. I wish I could buy more of it right now. But yeah, bigbadmullet.com, or her Instagram is at bigbadmullet. I will throw the stuff up on the screen here. And my other friend I want to talk about has a record label called Death Eternal here. It's based in Richmond. If you're into black metal, raw black metal, aggressive suicidal black metal, dungeon synth, industrial, all types of like dark music. If you're into dark music, definitely check him out. He's got lots of cool artists on his label, and does a lot of cool distributions of albums, a lot of cassettes, mostly cassettes, sells some CDs and records as well from time to time. But really cool guy. I'd like for you to go support him. Not that he really needs my endorsement. He's kind of bigger than I am right now with my YouTube channel, but I still want to get these people's names out there for people that don't know about them, maybe get them a little bit more notice. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.